A feud between the Philippines and Canada over waste disposal has escalated, with Manila recalling its ambassador and consuls. That's after Canada refused to take back tons of garbage it shipped to the Philippines back in 2013.
That recall shows that we are very serious in asking them to get back their garbage. Otherwise, we're gonna sever relations with them.
The dispute began in 2013 when a private Canadian company shipped more than 100 containers of trash to the Philippines. It was later discovered they had been falsely labeled as containing recyclable plastic, when in fact they contained household waste. In 2016, a Philippines court ordered the company to take the rubbish back, but it continues to languish on a landfill. The move comes months after Chinese authorities refused to accept recyclable waste from the U.S., forcing it, along with other Western countries, to rethink what they do with their trash.
We'll declare war against Canada. We can take them down. I'll return the trash, just wait and see. I will advise Canada that your garbage is on the way. Prepare a grand reception. Eat it if you want to.
It is now theoretically possible to get it back, but there's still a number of questions around who will pay for it, where the financial responsibility is, where the consequences are. As
Live now to Richard Haydarian, Foreign Affairs Analyst in Manila. Welcome to the program. Now, how big is the problem of trash stacking up in the Philippines?
Well, for a very long time, the Philippines has been, unfortunately, the recipient of toxic waste, including nuclear waste from the United States and some of our Western allies. So this issue has been lingering for quite a long time. The Canadian one, however, has been a sour point for the Philippines, particularly President Rodrigo Duterte, because when Prime Minister Justin Trudeau was here in Manila 2 years ago for the ASEAN summit, he promised that they're going to take back the trash, the garbage, toxic garbage that was left here lingering since 2013. And yet 2 years in, that has not been happening. But you also have to understand that this is also taking place in the broader context of back and forth between Philippines and Canada over political issues, including Canada's criticism of Duterte's human rights records and drug war, which eventually led to the Philippines canceling the purchase of Bell helicopters from Canada. So this is also what you have to keep in mind. And remember, Duterte is also a good friend of China, another country that is also picking a fight with Canada over the Huawei issue, the arrest of one of the senior officials of Huawei there, and of course also China's own refusal to get garbage disposal from Western countries. So it's also about alignment of the Philippines with more countries like China and other countries who are standing up to the U.S. And also, this is about President Duterte's environmental stance. This is a person who shut down the Philippines' own #1 tourist destination, Boracay. It's Pearl Wild Beach, which has been generating $1 billion every year. He shut it down for 6 months in order to clean up the area. So this is not only geopolitics, this is also about environment and President Duterte's sensitivity to that issue.
Now, Duterte had given a 15th of May deadline for Canada to take the trash back. Are you surprised that that date was missed?
Yeah, I mean, of course, from the Canadian point of view, it seems the Canadian government is saying that this was a private deal between a Canadian company and a Filipino counterpart. And of course, the Canadians also can say that, it's not only the Canadians' fault, it's also whoever was able to accept this back in 2013 in the Philippines. So the question is, what is going to be the financial obligation and what are going to be the legal protocols around the return of that garbage? And that may take a long time. I mean, the Canadian ambassador a month ago said that they're going to form a special commission to take charge of this, but this is not going to be resolved over time. But finally, the Canadian government is moving. So I think President Duterte's ultimatum is a way to nudge them towards accelerating that process. But clearly, this is the greatest diplomatic crisis, completely unprecedented, between two long-term allies, Philippines and Canada.
Duterte has long been known for his rather colorful rhetoric, but did he go too far by threatening to declare war against Canada over this issue?
Of course. I mean, this is part of the very much Duterte playbook of, talking tough. But I mean, it could also show his annoyance and anger at Canada. But, many people say that, well, if he's really that tough, how come, when it comes to China, with which the Philippines has a lot of territorial disputes and serious problems, he's suddenly talking very nice. So some people are also saying that there's a kind of a pinch of hypocrisy, if not, empty trash talk in President Duterte's rhetoric with Canada, and that this is also perhaps more personal rather than really a reflection of the Philippines' interest towards Canada. Remember, Canada is hosting hundreds of thousands of Filipinos who are either residents or working there. So this is also, so he has to also take into consideration the interests of those Filipinos who could be adversely affected in an event of a full diplomatic fallout between the two countries.
Richard Haydarian, foreign affairs analyst in Manila, thank you for joining us on the program.